Well, hello and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a little bit different. Today we're shooting airplanes. Yesterday I was in my living room and I saw a very beautiful plane taking off, and it was none other than the Queen of the Sky, the 747-400 here from Vancouver International Airport. We're in Richmond right now. That's the airport right now. There's an All Nippon Airways landing right now, and there's a Korean taking off. So it's gonna be fun today. It's overcast, perfect lighting, no harsh shadows, no nothing. Right now it's 2:30 and I'm here about 40 minutes early because I'm waiting for the 747 to come and shoot some photos of it. We're gonna have a beautiful view here with it landing on that strip, on that runway. The 747 is just a beautiful airplane. I mean, who doesn't like it? And it's increasingly rare to see. And when I saw that it's back at Vancouver, I was like, man, I gotta have some photos of this beautiful plane. So that's what we're gonna do today. Not just the 747, but also other planes. But particularly, I want to get a photo of that. The plane in question, like I said, it's a Boeing 747-400. It's a flight from Frankfurt, Germany to Vancouver. It's about 40 minutes out. It's gonna land on that strip over there. Awesome, I got some pretty cool shots of that Korean Air taking off. Vancouver has 3 runways, 2 parallel ones and 1 diagonally on the 2 parallel ones. And if you want to shoot airplanes here in Vancouver, you need to know where they're going to land, on what runway, and where from. So because depending on the wind direction, the airplanes are going to land from one side of the strip or the other side of the strip. So airplanes land with the headwind, right? Because they need all the lift they can get, because it's at lower speeds. They need more lift, so they always land with the wind in front of them. So because the wind is blowing towards the ocean now, and I can even see a small plane coming to land, because the wind is blowing towards the ocean, they're coming to land from the ocean towards the wind. So that's why we are here on this particular spot right now, because Vancouver International Airport has a bunch of viewpoints around the airport where you can go and see the airplanes taking off and landing. Okay, so right now there's a Cathay Pacific 777 lining up for takeoff. How do I know that? Because I came prepared. I have an app. It's called Flightradar 24, and you see all the planes from all around the world, right? You see all the planes on the map, and if you click on a particular plane, you see where it's coming from, where is it going, and all the information pertinent to that plane, altitude, type of the aircraft, and so on. It's a very cool app, and you need some sort of app when you're shooting airplanes, because you need to know where the airplane is coming from and where it is actually, right? Because I don't know, I don't have the schedule of the planes, but I can see them on the map and I can see how close they really are. So for example, our 747 Boeing jet that we're waiting for from Frankfurt to Vancouver, it's right now at 36,000 feet, 463 knots ground speed. We have it on the map here, flight LH492. So it's pretty cool that you can see this, and you know everything you need to know. And also you can see the time. It's scheduled at 2:20 to land. Right now it's 2:38, but estimated at 3:11 p.m. So just about half an hour away. All right, the Cathay Pacific is rolling up, spooling up its engines. Let's take some shots. Super cool. Vancouver International Airport is on an island, and it's just at the end of Fraser River when it flows into the Pacific Ocean. So needless to say, there's a lot of birds and animals. Right here I can see a gray heron. I have a bald eagle in the sky right there. Very cool. So you can see all sorts of birds, mechanical and biological. Alright, so if you like shooting planes and you're considering going to your airport and shoot planes, there's a few things you will need. So first of all, like I showed you, you need some sort of app to let you know what airplane is coming and what time is it coming. The second thing you need to have is a zoom lens, because as much as you would like to get close to the planes and as much as I would like to get close to the planes, I cannot, right? The airport is a secure zone, so you're gonna have to use a zoom lens to zoom in and get as close as possible to the planes, because without a zoom lens your photos are not going to be interesting. You're going to have wide shots of small planes in the background, so you need to zoom in and have that plane almost as big as the frame. So what I'm using is my trusty 70 to 300 millimeters Nikkor zoom lens on a D500 body. So this is a DX kit, right? And it's perfect for what I need. It's perfect. I don't have a full frame camera, and to be honest, I don't even need one. Do I want one? Absolutely. Do I need one? No. With this DX body, I shoot everything, and I make money with photography as well. So it goes to show you that you don't really have to have like the latest and greatest full frame body. Sure, it would be nice, but the DX is just fine. I shoot real estate, I shoot events, and I shoot commercial work. So for all of those, I use the D500 body with the selection of lenses. Depends on what I'm shooting. Do you see those clouds on those mountains in the background? So cool, huh? I'm thinking we're gonna have a nice background with that plane coming in. There's another plane taking off right now from there. In terms of camera settings, you want to have a fast shutter speed. Right now I'm at 1,000th of a second at 6.3. Obviously you need to set your shutter speed first, and then depending on your light conditions you have to adjust the aperture on the camera and or the ISO. But yeah, have a fast shutter speed, 1,000th of a second. If it's super sunny outside, it's probably gonna have to be even higher, 2,000, 2,500 or something along those lines. You'll have to see. But you do need a fast shutter speed because they're planes, they move fast, and you don't want to have them blurry. You go home and you see all the photos are blurry because your shutter speed wasn't high enough, right? So keep that in mind. We just have to wait for that Boeing 747 to show up and photograph it, right? I have my settings dialed in. Basically there's not much I can do but to wait. So right now I'm looking again at that 747. It started its descent. It's at 30,000 feet right now. I think last time it was at 36,000 if I'm not mistaken. Ground speed 390 knots. Last time was what, 450 something? So obviously it started its descent, and we're gonna have it here in no time, in about 20 minutes or so. Now there's another plane taking off, aligning for takeoff. It's a Swoop Air. Let's see what kind of plane is it. So if we go on the map, zoom in on the airport itself, I have a Vancouver to Toronto WestJet, but the plane is Swoop. Pretty cool. This is the app here. And as you can see, all these yellow dots, planes in the sky. So that Boeing 747 that I'm here to photograph, it's not a regular occurrence here in Vancouver. It is just during the summer that Lufthansa puts that plane into circulation from Frankfurt to Vancouver. And actually there's an even bigger plane I think coming to Vancouver starting in May. It's the Airbus A380, the Super Jumbo. It's a British Airways flight from London to Vancouver. But for now, I'm happy with the 747 because, oh man, that's a beautiful plane. I think everybody likes that plane. There's a United Airlines taking off right now. I just hope that the 747 lands on the runway that's closest to me right now, because there's two runways, the northern one on that side, on the other side, and the southern runway closest to me. So yesterday it took off from the southern runway because I saw it from my living room, and today hopefully it's gonna land on the southern runway. 12 minutes till our plane arrives. I really hope it lands on the closest runway to me. If not, I'm still going to be able to photograph. It's not going to be that close. And also my plan is later, when the flight is going back to Frankfurt, I want to go to another location. It's a park that you have the runway dead on to you, and I can photograph the plane straight on. That would be an interesting photo to have. So I'm going to get to that park when it takes off. I think it's going to be like 3 hours from now. I'll have to check the schedule. And that should be fun. You can see on the map, I don't know if you can see it, the red plane that's highlighted. Right now, this is our view straight on, and the plane should be over there somewhere. We can't see it because it's above the clouds. Or maybe you can see it there. I can see a plane coming. Unfortunately, I cannot film the plane with my camera with the zoom lens because it's going to be all shaky, and I don't have the tripod with me because I forgot it in the other car. But I'm gonna come back one day just to do some footage of the plane landing. No, I see, that's the plane, I see it. It's right there. Can you see it in the sky? Probably not, because it's very, very far away for the GoPro. But I do see it. Oh man, that's so cool. Huh? I'm gonna take some photos of it. So that's gonna go pretty far out into the ocean, and that's gonna come back, do a 180, and land. Yes, that's my burning plane. That's my 747 Lufthansa. So cool. Right now, the 747 is just a speck of light in the sky because it's far away and it reflects the sunlight. I only have a small window to photograph the big jumbo when it comes into landing, because my view gets obstructed by some trees over there. So I have like 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds to photograph the plane. But I'm on continuous high, which means, right? So as many photos as I can get. Man, it was on the other runway. I was wondering, why is the plane so small in my frame? It was on the other runway. That's okay. I still got some pretty cool shots of it. It was awesome. It would have been good if I would have landed on this runway, but hey, you get what you get. Oh, there's a hovercraft right there. So because the 747 landed on the other runway, it means it's on the other side of the airport. So we're gonna go to a viewpoint, I know, and take some photos of it at the gate. We're going to be much closer, and I'm pretty sure I can get some awesome photos. Alright, so I was driving this way and I saw the 747 parked at the gate. We're just here. 20 seconds. There it is. I'm going to show you as soon as we get a better view. And there's a big plane coming in for landing. This is where we should have been, man. but it's okay. Look at that. There it is. Beauty. There's a big thing coming in Cathay Pacific. Let's see if we can catch it. What is it? Air Canada. Air Canada. Yes, I got it. Check this out. And there is the Queen of the Skies over there. Oh nice, there's a KLM coming, 777, Amsterdam, Vancouver. It's another big plane. The Air Canada one that just landed was a 777, well, is a 777. Gonna give you a tip when you're shooting airplanes, and this is when you're shooting anything basically, but for airplanes now, because we're doing airplanes, is when you're framing them, try not to cut the wings. Get a frame such as that you don't cut the wings off the plane, because it just doesn't look good. Leave the wings in the frame. If you really want to get in close on the cockpit, then yes, but if you're photographing the whole plane and you just chop off the tips, it's not going to look good, right? It's a sloppy framing. So just leave the whole plane in the frame and it's going to look beautiful as ever. So the Lufthansa flight back to Frankfurt looks like it's delayed until 4:55 for the takeoff. So I'm going to stick around until then. Go and prepare for that 747 takeoff. It's going to happen at 4:55. Now it's 4:20, and I'm going to go at the end of the runway, the takeoff runway. It's going to be a park right here at the outside of the airport. So I'll see you there. Okay, so I'm at the other location right now where you can see planes taking off. It's called a Larry Bird flight path, if I'm not mistaken. And all I have to do now is wait for the 747 to take off, and we'll call it a day. Thanks for sticking with me. It was awesome shooting these planes. I usually do landscapes, but today I wanted to shoot this beautiful Queen of the Sky 747. I had fun. Hope you liked it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!